We're going to be doing another unboxing today. This is my latest book. I know all my videos with books are like the latest. Well, you got to look at the timeline, I guess. But this is going to be the author copies for Ghost Stories of Central New Mexico. And as I've said in other videos, I kind of know what the cover is going to look like, so I approve it and stuff. But this kind of looks kind of like, let's see if I can show you some of the details here on this. This is the Val Verde Hotel, by the way. And you can see some of the details here they added in. I don't know if that was a filter or what, but this was a daytime photograph, and they basically tweak it. And of course, everything in these haunted series always has the moon in the background. So that came out pretty cool. I like the little light in the window up there. Believe it or not, this is one of my first ghost hunts I ever did when I got to New Mexico, was this place, Val Verde Hotel in Socorro. But what I really enjoy here is the back. You know, the reason why is all the other covers are, it's just a black and then it has like a photo. They actually did something kind of different with this one. And it came out pretty darn good. So anyway, what's in the book and why is it a little bit different than the other books I've written? First of all, by grouping everything into central New Mexico, I can write about all these little cool haunted places that are in small towns, like Socorro, for example. There's only a couple of places there. Same thing with Los Lunas, Belen, Mountainair. So I'm covering these little small towns so I can include their haunted places and their ghost stories. This one is specifically ghost stories, so it's not really like an investigative book or anything like that. I'm more focused on just telling what the ghost stories are of these places. One of the neat ones, I think, also, I was able to tie out, or tie up, I should say, ghost stories that happened in Albuquerque. There were a couple that I was not able to include in Haunted Albuquerque. And the reason for that is this company formats these books at this size. So there's a limit. I think 38,000 words, I think is what it is. I can't go over that. And so I had to cut them out. And this gave me the opportunity to include those final little bits in there. So one, of course, is the Painted Lady, which I'm doing a big book signing release party thing on the 22nd or 27th. It's a Saturday from 7 to 9 if you're interested in that, if you're local. I wanted to do it a little bit more justice than what I've seen in other books by adding more of the history and more of the stories. And the Painted Lady provided photographs and things that really, you're seeing some of the stuff that is being talked about in the book. The pictures were taken at the time of the things going on. So it's pretty neat. Also in Albuquerque, the Pink Lady, which is a really cool ghost story, but like I said, I really wanted to put this in Haunted Albuquerque, but I had to pick and choose which ones. I'll just give you a little bit of the backstory. It's downtown near the red light district. It was in downtown Albuquerque back in the late 1800s. Imagine a Jack the Ripper kind of murder happening, and the ghost is a result of that murder. And nobody knows about it, but it's a really cool backstory. Also down here by Socorro, there's another story. It's kind of a cool backstory as well. It's a ghost that haunts an arroyo, and what makes this one kind of cool is, again, the backstories. It's creepy. It's like this dude in his 40s was dating this, 19-year-old girl, and he just goes fucking bonkers. And when he does that, he ends up murdering her. So it's really a weird backstory, and it's, just adds a little bit more punch to some of the ghost stories as well. And one of the neat things is the main story I got came from a New Mexico State Trooper. And so it's interesting when you get stories from law enforcement, because, they want to remain anonymous, but how can you get a more credible witness than someone in law enforcement who's trained to observe things? So that's pretty neat. Mountainair, we got the Shaffer Hotel is in there. I also got a lot of really, really old photos. Like I got one of the Shaffer like in the 1930s, and it looks like there's bunch of gangsters or something there because of the way the building and stuff is. Oh, also Madrid, the Mineshaft Tavern. Forgot about that. That's in here as well. There's a there's an older picture of the mine shaft, but almost 50 images in here. Oh, there's that arroyo where they see the ghost, and down here by Socorro. That is visible from I-25, by the way. In fact, the story predates I-25, so it's the original old road that used to cut across. And yeah, he buried her there in the arroyo, just under a couple feet of sand. Kind of a sad story. Anyway, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I found some really, really old ghost stories that were preserved in Socorro itself. And they're just small little couple of paragraph stories, but they all come back, let's see, I think it's from the 1940s. It's been a minute. 1947 is when they were collected. And it's just kind of neat to see what ghost stories were being told here back in the late 1940s. So it's just kind of a fun little journey that way. It's a neat little book. If you have some of my other books, kind of need this one to complete it. It, like I said, it fills in the missing bit of Haunted Albuquerque, and it also is adding to my first book that I printed with the History Press, Ghost of Old Town Albuquerque, because I'm talking more about the prostitute ghost that supposedly haunts the plaza. There's more stories about her, and I got curious and did kind of my own little investigation of, well, if there is a ghost and it was a prostitute that was killed, and so I did do all this historical research to see if I could find out the identity. And I think I have a reasonable culprit if this thing is, really a ghost. So just fun. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Keep tuned. I got some more books coming out really soon. I'll probably do videos on those as well. Also put a link for the video for the book itself down in the description if you're interested in purchasing it. And I think they have it on Kindle already. If not, it will be there soon. So that's it. Later.